it's the best of both worlds really, because they don't have to bother commuting, there's no travel, they can get up, go straight down, have some breakfast, they're already at school.
And you're never alone here, you've always got a friend to play with or talk to.
The education is certainly on a par, if not better, than the independent schools.
And I think it's what my boys would call a no-brainer. It's got everything, it's value for money.
It's sort of like a big sleepover which happens every night.
Obviously initially they don't know many people, but they're put in the dorms so that they'll always have a group of people they know reasonably well quite quickly. Then obviously they pick up the form friends as well, so they'll all straight away know the people who are in their own form and the people in the dorms. So they build up a social network probably much faster than you would if you weren't in a boarding house.
I think it makes them become independent, the boarding side of things, but educationally I think it gets the best out of them.
At first they missed me a bit, but when they realised I was fine, they were fine as well.
When you started, it was very easy. They keep them so busy that, to be quite honest, the boys don't have a problem. I think maybe parents have more of a problem than the boys.
I settled in after about a month and never looked back from there.
I get the feeling that he has a lot of fun with his friends. That he will mention funny things that have been said or done. I think he loves the sort of freedom of it. They're given quite a lot of responsibility. They can manage their own time to quite a large extent once the homework is done.
It's like having all your friends here all the time. You've got someone to play football with, someone to play out with. There's always someone who'll play pool or snooker.
It's normally a pretty relaxed atmosphere. It's a different relationship to your standard teaching relationship. The boundaries are in different places, and you try to make sure that you do give them a bit more leeway. Obviously, at times they cross the line, and you have to go back to being your teacher. But it's sort of a much more sort of brotherly relationship rather than being sort of teacher-student.
We're all really good friends in Storyhouse.
Yeah, because
it doesn't matter which dorm you're in. Because you're friends with everyone, basically.
Because in here we have all the beds conveniently positioned with the cupboards over here. Now this is got some good space to keep our stuff in it, great view out the windows, and we've even got some shelves for the books. Even more storage space under here, and a desk just in case we want to do any homework up here.
At breakfast you got a big choice of cooked food, sort of bacon and egg and sausages, and you can also have cereal. Lunch, it's just like any normal school lunch. Still got a big choice. There's curries and fish and chips on Friday, and then dinner time you usually got the best choice of puddings, of lots of cakes and donuts.
And then after school, there's all the different activities they can do. They don't have to rush off home to catch a bus or anything. They can have a sports team. Straight away someone will make them do the homework, so there's no problem about doing that.
Yeah, that happens after tea from 6:30. Then we go over to a classroom and an IT room, and they do 2 hours of prep. The first hour, then we have a cup of tea and a biscuit, and then we come back and do another hour.
I think the main advantage for me, and I think my husband would probably agree, would be that when Magnus comes back to us on a Friday, that the majority of the work is done, that his homework is supported, and that he's really been fully absorbed in school during the working week.
There's always a large range of things to do, so if it's sunny as it is today you can go outside, but if it's raining you can just crash in the day room.
The best cricketers tend to be the boarders, the best rugby players tend to be the boarders because they throw themselves into it.
At the weekend there's usually activities, and such as skiing, ice skating, or like just going to the nearby laser zone, which is good.
Every year we go to Alden Towers. It's a big trip, lots of people like that.
The matrons are very kind. You can go downstairs and they'll be glad to help.
We put all the uniform out for them like home, clean socks and underwear, they don't have to worry.
We re-register the boys, we take them from their own GP and we re-register them with the school doctor. And he's a GP that works in Lancaster, just at the bottom of the main road. So we attend to school twice a week.
It's just like a home from home. In fact, my boys sometimes make the mistake of calling it home.
Because now I think he feels that he has almost like two families really. He has his family at home and he has his family here at the boarding house.
For the first few weeks you sort of didn't feel in place, but once you made friends you sort of forgot that you weren't at home, and it's sort of a new home, if you like.
I hope that this short film has inspired you and your son to want to come and visit us here at Story House to see what makes it so special for all of us that live here. As you consider this important decision, you may also find it helpful to talk to some of our boarding parents. We will be happy to put you in touch with them. Why not ring us today on 01524 580 605 to arrange a visit. We look forward to meeting you.